Hi, this is Raman, your tutor from Alberta Real Estate School. In today's video, we will dive deeper into the certificate of title. Certificate of title is required every time we write an offer or when we want to find information about the property before we list the property. So in this video, we will break down all the different encumbrances or registrations that you will see on the title, as well as different information that you need to know as you prepare for your real estate exam or mortgage brokerage exams. So let's dive in. All the titles have to be registered at the Land Titles Office, and Land Titles Office will issue a certificate of title for that property. On the certificate of title, we'll have many different things: land registration district, where it's located, link number, short legal description, title number will be on there, owner's name and address will be on there, what type of estate it is, fee simple, legal description, any encumbrances will be in there, how much consideration was paid for the property, how much they pay for the property, how much they buy the property for, what municipality is the property registered in, so what city it's in, a reference number, ATS number, total number of instruments on the title, all this stuff will be on the title, okay? So let's take a look. Certificate of title, so there's link number, short legal description, and title number. This is up there. We need one of these to pull the title, okay? And then we will have full legal description. In the full legal description, you have plan, block, and lot number. When you have a plan, block, and lot number, it means it's a detached property. If it was a condominium, it will only have condominium plan number and unit number. There will be no lot number because there's no land there. So condominium will have two things. Detached property will have three things on there. And then it will say, accepting thereout all mines and minerals. That means mineral rights are not included. It only includes the ownership, it includes the surface rights. Next one is type of estate. It is fee simple. So this is the fee simple type of ownership, right? We studied there are three different types of estate: fee simple, life estate, and leasehold. So this ownership is fee simple. Okay? Then the ATS number is their municipality. This property is located in the city of Edmonton. And then the reference number, and then when the property was transferred, right? It was transferred in April of 2017. So that's a transfer of land when it changed hands and the amount they paid for the property. Okay, so we can tell how much somebody paid for the property by looking at the title. Then it will have information on owners. So in this case, there's only one owner of the property, and the address will be, so name of the owner and address will be on there. And then we look at encumbrances, that are things that are registered on the title, okay? Somebody's claiming interest in the property, so that's where the registrations will be. Each thing that is registered on the title will have the registration number, and it will have the date that it was registered. So in order to register this has to be registered at the Land Titles Office, right? Remember, there are two Land Titles Office, one in Calgary, one in Edmonton. So they would have to go to one of these offices to register this. Since the property is in Edmonton, it likely got registered in Edmonton. Okay? So here, zoning regulation, we saw that Edmonton International Airport had something registered. So that means it must be in the flight path. Utility right-of-ways, so that means one of the utility companies, so in this case, City of Edmonton has some equipment on the property, so they have the right to enter the property in order to maintain that equipment. So when it got registered, it will have registration number and the date on it. And then there's restrictive covenant. So we studied restrictive covenant has to do with the architectural details of the property, which means the community has certain architectural details or guidelines that they have to follow. Siding has to be a certain way, and then fence has to be a certain way, all of that. It will also have a date and the registration number. And then there's a caveat here. Caveat means somebody's claiming interest here. And so this is your homeowners association. So homeowners association is within the community. There will be a homeowners association, and this is where, so there's usually an association fee that they have to pay. And the homeowners association, their job is to maintain the area so that the property, generally the property will hold its value when the area is well taken care of. And then you'll have a mortgage. There will be, again, a registration number and a date when the mortgage was registered, who the mortgage is with, and the address of the bank will be in there, and the total amount they're registering on there will be there as well. Okay. And then if there's second mortgage, that will show up. If there's a lien on the property, that will show up. If there's a writ of enforcement that somebody won a judgment against that person, that will be on there. So it can have any number of things. Encroachment agreements can be on there. So any number of those registrations can be there. And then it will tell you at the bottom, what are the total number of registrations. So in this case, 7 things are registered on the title. Okay. So this is our certificate of title. We'll say order number, when it was prepared, and all of that, or pulled, sorry. Okay. So that's your current certificate of title. Okay, any questions? Would be a question? Okay, that's it, hand was raised. Okay.
Oh, let me remove that.
Okay, anybody have questions? So we kind of looked at the title and what it says here. Good, okay. All right, so title is something we will pull all the time, okay? First thing, anytime you're helping somebody wants to write an offer, we have to pull the title. Somebody wants to sell their property, they want to list the property, we have to pull the title, okay? This is something you will look at all the time, okay? You will get very good at looking at titles, so this is what we do. That's your certificate of title. Now, okay, in order to do the title search, in order to do historical title search is when we are pulling out information about previous registrations, right? So that one we can pull. So the reason we have to do historical title search is generally to get a good picture, like how many times the property changed hands, right? So we will pull historical title for that, because if the property changed hands several times, it will show up. And the reason we want to do that is because it may be money laundering involved, right? They were just selling property to each other in order to increase the value of the property. So we don't want to see too much of that. That's why we'll pull the historical title. Historical title search can be done using legal description of the property. So legal description was this is your legal description, right? Plan, block, and lot number. That's the legal description. The same thing over here. So either we need legal description or the link number. So link number right over here. Okay, so that's where we'll get the link number. It's on the title. Or only historical title can be pulled with the name of the owner. Okay, we cannot pull the current title with the owner's name. Only historical title will be pulled using the owner's name. Okay. All right, so conducting a title search. In order to pull the title of the property, okay, all right, so how do we do a title search? So first, yeah, Amir, question?
There was a section on the transfer of title. Did you cover this, or did I miss it? I don't know.
Yeah, transfer of the title, basically, what was it? No, we didn't cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, transfer of the title is, it will say when the title was transferred, right? So basically, when somebody sells the house, the title gets transferred to the new owner. So the lawyer will be involved in this, and they will transfer the title in the name of the new owner. Okay, so new owner's name will show up. So this is when the transfer of title happened for this one in 2018. Okay, April 8th, 2018 is when the transfer of title happened. Basically, the lawyer will send documentation to the land titles office saying there's a new owner, and new owner will be registered on the title. So that document that the lawyer sends is called affidavit of execution, saying that its property is changing hands. Okay.
No.
Okay. All right, next one here. Okay, how do we do a title search? This is very important. How do we do a title search? So there's 3 pieces of information that we need in order to do a title search. We either need the legal description of the property, link number, or the title number. Okay, so if we go to the title, we will see we need either the link number, show this legal description, or the title number. Okay, in order to do a title search. So legal description, showed legal description is the same thing. It's just written out differently. Okay. So once we have this information, we need one of these 3 pieces in order to do a title search. So in order to pull the title, we will go to SPIN. So spin.gov.ab.ca. This is the website we need to visit to do a title search. So when you go in there, so once you get to SPIN, you will see this notice pull up. It will tell you when the maintenance is happening. We close that. So this is our SPIN. This is a place you would visit all the time to do your title search. Now, if you are going to be a regular user of the SPIN system to pull the title as a realtor, you would want to create your account. However, you don't need to have an account in there to pull the title. Anybody can pull the title. It's not just the realtors. So we click on the guest login. So same information, it will ask you to agree to the disclaimer. We do that. And now this is where we do the title search. Okay, so what you're looking at, this search button is where we go. So we click on the search button, and then we're looking for title, right? Title and registered documents. So we click on this, and then it will give us different ways of pulling the title. So in this case, we can use plan block or lot number. So that's the legal description, or we can use the title number to pull the title, or we can use link number, okay? So we need one of these three in order to pull the title. So in this case, let's say we go with the first one here. So we click on legal description. So now it gives us place to put the legal description in. So plan block and lot number. So if you were to go and get that, so in this case, our legal description, we'll grab a copy of that and we will put it in here. So 12 is our block number and 44 is our lot number. So block 12 and then 44. And then we click on search. So we put plan, block, and lot number in there. It will be plan, block, and lot number if it's a detached property. So if it was just condominium unit, then we would have the condominium plan number and unit number. Then our lot number won't be there, right? In this case, because it is a detached property, we're going to put the lot number in there, and then we click on search. Before we do that, see where it says rights type. So we are only looking for surface rights. So in real estate, we are selling surface rights and we are buying surface rights. We do not deal with mineral rights. But if somebody wanted to know who the mineral rights belong to, you could pull that as well. But we just care about surface rights. So we'll just click on search and it will come up with the title, okay? So in this case, you can choose the current title, CURR is the current, or the historical title, or both. It will give you the title number. I'll show you that it's the current title. It'll show you the link number, short legal description, surface rights, when this property was registered, title got transferred to this person's name, and all of that. So this is when the transfer, it's change or cancel means this is where it got transferred. And then you have the additional searches. So we have to pay for it. So that's why we'll click on add to cart. But before we do that, we can click on this little binoculars here to get a preview of the title. So it won't show you the full title, complete title. It won't show you any other registrations, but it will show you the link number, short legal description, title number, and fee simple estate, what city it's in. And it will tell you when the transfer of title happened, okay? So it just gives you a brief preview to make sure that it is the correct title that you're pulling, and then you click on add to cart, okay? And once you add to cart, and then you would go to, once you're ready to pay for it, you would go to shopping cart, and in the shopping cart, oh, it didn't add it. So let me just go back. You have to pick the current title and then click on add to cart. And then you would go to the shopping cart and it will show that it's there. It costs $10 and delivery method here is email. So we'll get it emailed, price is $10. It's current title in a PDF format. And then you will go checkout. And then you can type in the email address that you want it shipped to, and then go finalize checkout. And this is where it will ask you for the payment. Okay, so you would make your payment, you'll put your credit card number in there. And once that happens, you'll say submit payment, and then it will email you the receipt as well as the title.
So that's it for today. If you have any questions or need help in preparing for any of your Alberta real estate and mortgage brokerage exams, I invite you to visit www.albertarealestateschool.com, or you can give us a call at 587-936-7779. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.